Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm the CSA out of Flower, Wisconsin. Coming to talk to you about undercarriages on this 700P dozer by John Deere. So when you inspect your dozer, you always want to check your different components. You got your grouser pads, you got your chains, you got your top carrier rollers, you got your idlers, your bottom carrier rollers, and then going back to your sprockets. With your chain, you're gonna have your pins and bushings that hold it all together. So there's a lot that you want to kind of take a look at. With your grouser pads, you're gonna want to kind of check to make sure all the bolts are present. Missing bolts are gonna come loose. You're gonna start losing pads. You wanna make sure your pads are not bent. You also want to make sure that nothing is loose, so you can use a pry bar or whatnot and kind of wiggle it. If you're getting a lot of play, that's a sign that your grouser pads could be loose, but also that your pins and bushings are coming loose and that are bad. When you get down underneath to look at your pins and bushings, you want to kind of check for any flat areas, because those are signs of wear from the sprocket hitting it from forward and reverse. But you also want to kind of check for cracking on the pins and bushings, any leaks from this, if there are any oiled or sealed bushings. So that's something that you can look at. Typically, I'll take a hat off. I'll usually use a flashlight and I'll get right up underneath to kind of see what I am doing. This machine, I believe, only has like maybe 70 hours on it, so it's pretty much brand new. With your top carrier rollers here, I always try to see any grooving, any flaking. The edges will get nice and sharp when they start going bad. So any big grooving here, that's a sign that your top carrier rollers have kind of gone bad. Moving forward to your idlers, same thing. You just want to kind of check here with the chain hitting your idler. It's going to start wearing down and you're going to have that grooving as well. So a lot of groovings there. Same thing with your bottom carrier rollers. You're going to just want to kind of get underneath, check any grooving, any cracks, any chips of any rocks that could have gotten in and kind of broken apart. Moving back to your sprockets. These sprockets, again, brand new. Like I said, there's only a few hours on this machine, so it's pretty good. With that being said, you're going to see a lot of kind of packing here, or on the back side from where the sprocket is hitting the pins and bushings. And then you know your sprockets are junk when this is a nice sharp point where you can shave with. That's a sign that you're going to want to replace that right away. Again, there's all kinds of other components. What I like to do to really make sure that my pins and bushings are good, like I said, you can stick a pry bar inside the grouser pads right around here, and kind of wiggle it back and forth to see if not only the pins and bushings are good, but also to see if your pads are tight. But also in the gap of the chain, you can stick it in there, and if you can get a lot of play with the pry bar, that's another big sign that your undercarriage chain is going out. So those are the kind of the key takeaways that I look at when I am doing an undercarriage inspection. I use calipers and I use different tools to get my measurements and get it down to the proper millimeters. What I'll also do is I'll check track tension, or also known as track pitch. You can put something in the sprocket, like a pin, and put the dozer in reverse, pulling your chain nice and tight, and you'll want to measure center pin to center pin, so you count 5 pins, and that way if you get millimeters, you can kind of check to see where your track tension is, to make sure your chain's not too tight or not too loose. If your chain is too loose, it could be a couple things. It could be that the idler is not out all the way, so you just want to use your track adjuster and readjust your track. Or it could be, again, your pins on your chain are going out. So a couple things to look at. If you have any questions at all in regards to your undercarriage on your John Deere tracked equipment, whether it's an excavator, skid steer, bulldozer, or if you have any other questions on any other brand, come out to Cat reach out to your local Brooks dealership and we'd be happy to help you out and answer any of your questions that you might have.